My name is Lizzie, and today we're talking about America. Hello there, Internet Hype people. My name is Lizzie, and today we embark on a vigorous journey through time and space into American history. There will be guns, blood, politics, glory, eagles, truth, lies, water, fire, food, drink, and more blood. And somewhere in between there, slavery was involved.
The D is silent.
Let's start with this. We're going to talk about the Civil War. North versus South, Confederate versus Union, whatever you really want to call it. Let's start with the basic facts. April 12, 1861. First shots were fired at Fort Sumter in North Carolina. Simply, the Civil War was between the Confederate and the Union Army. America fighting itself.
What was the Civil War about?
Religion. Why did the Civil War occur? It was simple, because of slavery. Not because of agriculture, not because of political rights, and not even because the Confederate state could be its own country. Even though it did have its own currency and more federal seats than the Union government, it was because of slavery.
Wow.
So we're going to talk about two important events that occurred in the war. So, let's talk about the fall of Vicksburg. Basically, it gave the Union Army complete control of the Mississippi River, and it kept the Confederate troops from transporting guns, materials, and troops along the entire river. We're going to talk about another major turning point in the war. Basically, it was the Battle at Gettysburg. It was Robert E. Lee's last attempt to take the Confederate Army and invade the North and completely end the war. If he would have succeeded, the North would have had to surrender to the South. But since he didn't, the South never invaded the North again, and all major battles were later fought on only Southern soil.
Not many wars were justified in our history, but this one kind of was. It abolished slavery in the United States forever, and if the South wouldn't have seceded, slavery would still go on, and that is a little bad.
This just in, from Abraham Lincoln himself. Interesting facts about the Civil War. 1. The Civil War had more deaths than World War I, World War II, and Vietnam combined. Also, the Confederate Army was completely outnumbered by the North. It was 2-1. And with the North coming in with a whopping 22 million and the South only with 9 million, the death toll was kind of high for the South.
It's time for Lizzie's super awesome quick recap. Woo!
So, to wrap it all up in a quick recap, when did we go to war? April 12th, 1861. Why did we go to war? Because of slavery. Who was involved and why? It was America on America, Confederate versus Union, North versus South, whatever you really want to call it. Two major turning points. Fall of Vicksburg, because the Unions got the entire Mississippi River. Battle of Gettysburg, because that was the last big South attempt to invade the North, and 2 years later the war ended. What were the results? Well, the Union did win. Cheers. And it was the end of slavery in the United States. Was the war justified? Yes, because without it, there would be slavery, and slavery is bad.
Jungle, you must face another day.